Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
So the other day, I was talking with Dan Fogel. You know Dan Fogel.
I know of him.
He's been on the channel before. We did an interview with him as well. Great guy. Writes the Underground Comic Book Price Guide. And we were just talking a little bit about business. And he was mentioning how he's been doing a fair number of buys lately. And I was mentioning that I've been doing a fair number of buys lately. And I believe you've been doing a fair number of buys lately as well.
Sure.
And what he said was that he has, and by extension we also have, gravity at this point. In other words, we are beginning to pull people into our circles to sell us stuff. Yeah. So we're never going to have to worry about buying again.
It seems like that.
What are your thoughts about that? I've never heard it put that way before.
I agree 100%, and it makes sense. That word, once you hear it, it absolutely makes sense because, and there's not a lot of lulls for me as far as buying around the country because I got Aaron looking all over the place. But if he's not finding it on Craigslist or Facebook, I got people finding my website and making deals. One lady the other day, it's almost a daily thing, and you got to pick and choose. Some things are worth buying or worth shipping. Other things aren't worth buying or aren't worth shipping, depending on what they are. And this one lady goes, "Oh, I got a few boxes. I'll send you a list." And she goes, "Oh, actually, I got 80 boxes." She's in Ohio, which is easy, but Aaron's also going there next Thursday. So I said, "I know this could be a project for you, but I could pay you more money, and I can save myself money by Aaron going out there next Thursday compared to going out there on his own for a separate deal." But again, there's always we got the California deal, we got Oregon, we got it's always something around the country, and people are finding me or Aaron's finding them, and then Aaron will make a relationship with a guy that sold to us one time. "Oh yeah, I found these now," or his friends, or my buddy has these, right. Or Bruce in San Fran, "Hey, I got this storage unit." We're around the country, we're like the number one person to buy and sell movies and magazines of the adult nature, And like I said, I have to pick and choose sometimes. And unfortunately, I get so busy. If some people text me, "Oh, I got this," I might forget. So if I don't see it in my email, then I got to look at, "Oh, I forgot this person." So it does get crazy. But yeah, it's definitely way more constant than it ever was. And it seems to be growing and growing as time goes on. Inventory is getting bigger and bigger. But they're like no-brainer deals where the price is right, or I'm making a lot of money on DVDs. I have to buy these, so... But it's fun. I enjoy it, and the gravity is a good word for it. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm getting the gravity now. My gravity is a little different than yours.
Your cheeks.
Because I'm local.
Oh.
And that makes most of my purchases are local. Maybe into the regional. If you want to count Allentown and Springfield, I guess a 3-state area. Where people know me and bring stuff. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. And you get people that you've dealt with before. Again, as you said, they find more stuff, or they know other people, and they're he's easy to deal with, he's fair, or he'll take it all, which is a big thing as well. Hey, call that guy, and my phone's ringing off the hook. And I have really done no advertising ever locally. Yeah. I just never have done any advertising. Sure. And I'm fearful of doing any advertising. Simply because what if it works?
Yeah, you get 100 people calling you every month, and then they're great deals, and where do you draw the line? Then you have to, rent a storage unit, bigger truck,
Yeah. And again, as a one-man band, I can only list so much stuff. That's the whole thing right over there. I don't care how good the deal is. I mean, it would be great to be getting great deals, but then the other side of it is, okay, now I'm picking up $50 items for $1 a piece. And now I'm not listing the $30 items that I picked up a month ago for $1 a piece.
Yeah, it makes you work more, because if you work the same, you're never, you might get your average ticket up, but then you're thinking, this is a great deal. Now I got to do more whatnots. Now I got to do more eBay, because you want to list the 50s, but now you're not listing 30s, where the 30s sell, the 50s are going to sell. So and you don't want to burn out and say, geez, I'm working 80 hours. I have to work 90 now because I'm taking on all these deals. So you got to, weigh it up.
And the only other thing that I could end up doing is I could end up doing more Whatnot. And at this point, if it's under $20, I'm putting it over on Whatnot, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Up that to 30. If the deals start coming in, then all of a sudden you're giving $30 and $40 items away for $3 openers. Well, if you're buying them for
What if you raise it to 5 though?
Well, I could do that as well. But if I'm paying so little for them to start with,
right? What's the percent on average? Just say if they're paying, what's your average ticket? $3 hypothetically?
Probably $3.75, $4.25, something like
say
that.
$4. What is it retail as far as an eBay value? $10, $12, $15. Okay,
yeah, 10 to 15.
It's about a third. So think about it. If you got $50 item, technically you should be getting 15 out of it. You can certainly raise it to $5 or $10 if you know it's going to go for 50 on eBay or 30, or 30, whatever. Yeah.
And that was one of the plans that I had that I haven't done this year. I've got many plans that I didn't get to this year. Maybe next year when I retire, maybe I'll be able to figure it out.
Well, maybe try a higher end.
Exactly. I wanted to do a boutique auction was more or less what I wanted to do. What I've kind of done instead is I've joined a couple of better trains like the Shopahala and things like that, where I don't have to have my prices higher. They just tend to get a lot of people go buying bidding, which accomplishes the same thing. I can start it at $1, and if it goes for $28, I'm happy with it. Versus if it started at $5 in a regular auction, what difference does it make?
Right.
But yeah, so it is interesting, and the reason why we're doing this over here is because we know that you may be at a different point. Perhaps you've got more stuff than you can handle, and you're buying more than you can handle. And there are a lot of people like that as well out there. And now you have a word for it, gravity. But if you've yet to get to that point, it will happen. We've been doing this for a long time. We started on eBay in 1998. I really started buying stuff in 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
So we're going on 20 plus years, 22 years of dealing, getting my name out there, starting from absolutely nothing to now the point that I buy way more than I should and everybody knows me.
Well, and I'm sure you got the same issue with me. There's a ton of great stuff you have. You don't even know you have it.
Yes.
We moved my manager into a bigger office because we got a new employee that took over his. We started clearing these 2 rooms out. And just one box was a banker box. It had 3 foreigner, gift bags from, what do they call, backstage gift bags. 3 drum heads signed by the whole band.
Oh, jeez.
Records signed by the whole band. I don't even remember getting them, but they're probably over $100 easily each one. But just sitting back there, just from some deal years ago, and we got tons of more good stuff we've been finding. It's crazy.
And it's funny you say that because in a future bolo, I just listed stuff and stuff's getting bid on. I have no idea where it came from. I really don't know. It was just in a box in the basement. Yeah. There was stuff on top of a box in the basement.
Exactly, yeah. The same thing with me. I see bolos. I'm like, I don't even know where I got it, when this person listed it, and how they even listed it. So.
But again, you will get to that point. You just got to stick with it. As we've said any number of times, just always be willing to buy, always be talking, always be selling yourself, always be selling what you're able to do. And by that I mean, I can buy everything you got, I can take it all. Especially if you're not picky, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm certainly not picky when it comes to buying, and that's definitely a positive because people know I will take, do I want to, I'm trying to sell stuff. Do I want to call the guy that's going to pick through everything, buy 5 items, and then offer me $10 on them, or the guy that's going to give me $100 and take everything away, no questions asked?
Right.
Well, I'd rather have the guy that takes me $100 and just gets the heck out of here, and I don't have to deal with it all.
Consistency, really. Buying and selling, being consistent. You're going to be listing a lot, selling a lot from doing it, and buying a lot. And if it keeps going, you're going to just keep growing and growing and growing.
Yep, absolutely.
Keep working at it.
So hopefully you will have your own gravity if you don't already, and it definitely will come. Again, as Mr. Magazine said, just be consistent, get your name out there, and it will happen. And please hit the like button if you could.
It will happen too, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.